Hello, how's it going, guys? Thanks for being here. This is Mundo Maldini, your channel. Real Madrid is at the top of the league. Real Madrid won 4-1 against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. It's a little bit later. The video is a bit later than usual because I commented on the Ipswich 0 Manchester City 6 match on Movistar. So a little later, but let's analyze what the match was like, which of course I watched in full, of this victory of Real Madrid with an exceptional Kylian Mbappé. Kylian Mbappe's thing has been tremendous. Kylian Mbappe's first half was incredible. And I want to say one thing before I keep talking about the video, about the Real Madrid match, about the match in general. Kylian Mbappé has had 3 outstanding performances in a row. Not just this one, he's had 3 outstanding performances in a row. What happened is that on the day of the 2-5 in the Super Cup final in Saudi Arabia, I commented on the match from there on Movistar. That day he had an exceptional match. Moreover, with an extra merit, because Madrid played very poorly that day. And he was really good that day. The result obviously overshadows the amazing match that Kylian Mbappé had, and that can be considered normal. Not much is said about the match Mbappé had that day. And then he had a great game in the cup match until Ancelotti substituted him because he thought the game was already decided in that cup match. And today the first half was incredible. He has been absolutely unstoppable. I'm telling you the truth. I think that there isn't a player with the ability to show such superiority over rivals, both physically and technically, as Kylian Mbappé. I think that right now La Liga, and this is something we need to be very clear about, has the 2 most informed players at the moment, who are Mbappé and Lamine Yamal, speaking about the recent matches, and also another player like Vinicius, who is currently another one of the world reference players. I believe that this trio of Vinicius, Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, the 2 most informed players at the moment, who are Mbappé and Lamine Yamal, talking about the recent matches, and also another player like Vinicius, who is currently another one of the world reference players. I think that trio of Vinicius, Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha is also in great form, but I place him a step below. If La Liga isn't the best league in the world for me, which is the Premier League, I say it and it's fine. I say it many times and I insist on it. But it's a reflection I'm making. We're talking about the match, but I think La Liga does have the 3 players right now in the world that are the most exciting to watch. Let's put it that way. I would almost include Jude Bellingham too. There are a few more like Haaland at City, etc. But the form of Kylian Mbappé in the last 3 matches is just that it's one thing. We're remembering the best Kylian Mbappé in these last 3 matches. It's Mbappé, the best Mbappé of PSG. He's a player who, if he keeps up this level, they won't be able to stop him. Friends of Mundo Maldini. He's an unstoppable player. Mbappé is an unstoppable player because he has it all. Because he has speed. He has quality. He has a shot. He has verticality. He has power. I mean, he has it all. As a complete forward. Honestly, there's no one like him. For me, there's no one like him. And that's what we're seeing in Kylian Mbappé. I'm saying Mbappé. Put them in whatever order you want. Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, Vinicius. Maybe we can also include the best Jude Bellingham in there. Haaland could also make it into the top 5 players right now. And we could make a video in 3 weeks. So we have a lot of champions of the world. But well, I wanted to say this as an initial reflection to analyze what the Real Madrid match has been. It was a match that Madrid dominated almost from start to finish. Because it's true that Unión Deportiva Las Palmas started winning in the very first play of the match. In fact, and this is an incredible thing, here we have the 11. In fact, the first ball that a Real Madrid player touches is to take out from the net the goal of Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. Las Palmas led 1-0. Courtois, Lucas Vázquez, Asensio, Rudiger, and Fran Garcia. In short, Courtois in goal with Lucas Vázquez, Asensio, Rudiger, and Fran Garcia. Ceballos and Valverde, double pivot with Rodrygo on the left, Bellingham in the middle, Brahim on the right, and Mbappé, obviously without Vinicius. And without Madrid, which maybe this match could have been a starter, but without Vinicius, Rodrygo plays, and he has played very well. I'll talk a bit more about him now. In his best position, which is on the left, Brahim, who is in great form, missed an incredible goal, by the way. Right after Las Palmas scored on their first play, Brahim had the chance to equalize. Incredibly, right? It falls to the right, but it still doesn't justify Brahim's missed goal on goal. And Kylian Mbappé, who in the first half, tomorrow you'll get the ratings, but it's hard to play better and do more for the team, to be more disruptive, to turn the game around more than what Mbappé did in the first half. It's very difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very, 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 very difficult. Play better than what Mbappé did in the first half. Ziles in goal for Las Palmas with Molero, who started well but declined. Sandro and Fabio Silva are notable. Las Palmas was thrashed by Real Madrid with 3 disallowed goals. He missed a penalty the other day, or has he scored already? But the truth is, it hasn't helped much because Las Palmas has been thrashed by Real Madrid. Let's put it that way. In fact, the match could have had a much harsher result because 3 goals by Real Madrid were disallowed. I'm not saying that the goals of Real Madrid weren't unjustly disallowed because they were offside. Valverde's goal was spectacular, the one they disallowed to Mbappe. For a play where he was offside at the beginning, I remember, and another one in the second half, also quite tight. Mbappe for a play where he was offside at the beginning, I remember, and another one in the second half, also quite tight. But anyway, the other one is Bellingham. Here we have Brahim, by the way. Now, I'll keep talking a bit about Kylian Mbappé, but I don't want to focus only on Kylian Mbappé. Here we have Brahim. I think Brahim is great for playing on the right side, but I really like Hendrik a lot. But it's true that Hendrik is more of a pure forward than Brahim. Brahim, playing on the right side and cutting inside, is a player who causes a lot of damage with those interior runs he makes. And today is the chance to prove it again. Las Palmas is a team that has really fortified itself with the new coach. They've really fortified themselves. It's not the team anymore that took as many risks as it did back in the day with Garcia Pimienta. That's how it is. It's a reality. And today we're bringing you the image of Brahim again. And today, after the first goal, Madrid really had a lot of space to play. Madrid has had a lot of precision, but they've also had quite a bit of space to play in many moments. And that's despite the fact that Las Palmas is a team that defends quite well. Did Real Madrid equalize quickly? And from there, the truth is that Real Madrid is going to polish off Las Palmas. I mean, it could have easily been a 7-1 with goals disallowed for offside that were practically millimetric. But of course, in the end, Valverde had a great game in the double pivot. I've really liked Ceballos, by the way. I don't want to miss the chance to say that I often criticize Ceballos. And today, I think Ceballos had a really good game too. Ceballos had a really good game. In a Real Madrid context, here we have David Ceballos, who had this photo ready to say it. He had a really good game, directing the team in midfield, with Valverde able to push up a bit more from the second line. And Las Palmas hasn't had a way to stop, especially Kylian Mbappé, but they haven't been able to stop Real Madrid either. Mbappe, by the way, playing as a striker, which is a position we saw him in a lot at PSG, playing as a striker and causing constant damage. I mean, I think being a defender today against Kylian Mbappe is practically impossible. I want to point out a detail about Rodrygo too. This is the penalty that Sandro commits on Rodrygo. Clear penalty by Sandro on Rodrygo. I mean, tomorrow you'll have the ratings. Let's see if I have time to make a Wisecout report focused on Kylian Mbappe's first half, because I'm sure there will be some spectacular stats, and we're going to do it. Clear penalty by Sandro. Rodrygo had a really good game. He has really broken through on the side and cut inside, and I really liked Rodrygo's game today as well. What happens is that, of course, when Vinicius is there, I maintain that Vinicius is superior to Rodrygo. Maybe Rodrygo has different skills, but as a game changer, I can't imagine what Madrid could be like with Vinicius at his best, breaking through time and again, just like Kylian Mbappé is doing. This is the first goal he scored from a penalty. They disallowed that third goal, but in the second half, he participated less. His level dropped in the second half, but the first half was exceptional, really. They disallowed that third goal, which would have been a hat-trick in the first half. But then in the second half, he participated less. His level dropped in the second half. But the first half was, as I said, exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. Really, absolutely top in every sense during Kylian Mbappe's first half. It's only natural to shower him with praise for Kylian Mbappe's first half. I understand that many of you are fans of other teams, and that's fine. But for any football lover, it's impossible not to have enjoyed Kylian Mbappe's performance today. I'm serious, it's impossible. It seems impossible to me. And then in the second half, Jude Bellingham started to show up a bit more. We saw a few more details from Rodrygo, and, well, Madrid ended up resolving the match without any problems. I want to say a couple more things. I mean, tomorrow with the ratings, we're going to analyze more aspects of the game, which I think is definitely worth looking into. Here we have Lucas Vázquez with Kylian Mbappé singing one of Real Madrid's goals. Here we have Jude Bellingham behind. Madrid is starting to hit an important cruising speed. It's true that against Celta, he had some bad moments, but they were mistakes. Defensive? Quite a lot. Quite serious mistakes that almost cost them dearly. I want to finish by talking about this image. This is one of the disallowed goals Jude Bellingham and Fede Valverde had scored. Jude Bellingham had a disallowed goal, by the way. The goal that Valverde had disallowed is a masterpiece. The strike is a marvel. The goal that Valverde had disallowed is spectacular. And I want to wrap up because, honestly, the celebration for Madrid has been complete by talking about this man, Alaba, who returned to play today after such a long time without playing. Alaba is back today. If Madrid can get a good Alaba back, which honestly isn't easy to imagine given the injury he's had, but if Madrid recovers a good David Alaba, We're talking about friends of Mundo Maldini and an exceptional reinforcement for the defense. Now that the decisive moments of the season are here, with Madrid involved in the Champions League. By the way, I'll be commenting on the Real Madrid-Salzburg match from the Bernabeu next Wednesday. With Madrid involved in the league, leader right now. It's crucial for Real Madrid to get David Alaba back, but I already said it's difficult. While we see here some more images of David Alaba, also important, it's difficult, no, impossible, to detach from the exhibition that this man has given today, which is Kylian Mbappé. It's impossible to overlook Kylian Mbappe's first half. What he did today at the Bernabeu is truly incredible. A hug by